This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. But it was all by design. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith, and you're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view this channel. And make sure you do me a favor. Follow me up here on these platforms you see listed up here and down here over there, all right? Appreciate it if you would do that. Don't forget, hit the like button so that this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm and so that my videos can be recommended to you. So, folks, this is one of these subjects that I hate to even talk about. I hit a heavy subject last night with an 11-year-old kid being very brave and losing his life trying to protect his mother from a career criminal. Now we have another career criminal who took the life of a police officer up here in New York. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, folks, and this is just right here. It's crazy. But before I get my 2 cents in there, I want you guys to watch this.
31-year-old Diller leaves behind a wife and a 1-year-old son. Now Frank Siller, Tunnel to Towers, are teaming up with Barstool Sports CEO Dave Portnoy to take care of the fallen family's office, the officer's family. They were just married 3 years ago. Welcome to both of you guys. Frank, great to see you. I understand you reached out already.
Yes, I spoke to Officer Diller's widow, Stephanie, and I let her know that the country is praying for her. New York most certainly is praying for her, and that the Tunnel to Towers Foundation is going to be there for her, and that she's not going to have to ever worry about her mortgage again, and that we're going to make sure that we pay it off. I have so many people that have reached out to us to help in this cause. You know, so many of your viewers help us all the time.
You still need help.
We always need help because there's so many others. You know, there's a 40% increase in police officers killed this year alone. But, you know, Thomas Rzewick, the CEO of Maspeth Federal Savings, I spoke to him yesterday. He called me up and he said, Frank, whatever you need, doesn't matter what the amount is, including the whole amount, they're willing to step in and make sure that it's paid off. And this is the type of reaction that we're getting for so many people. And I know we have Dave on here. Dave's done so much for the foundation, and he's taking care of this family as well. And it's beautiful to watch everybody come together in such a sad time.
Hey, Dave, I know you're working with Tunnel to Towers, but this is Barstool's already taken action. What have you done?
Yeah, so we put T-shirts on sale. I mean, Barstool has a long history trying to support the police in causes like this. So we raised $1.5 million in about 48 hours. I as well spoke with Stephanie. They're going through so much, but just let her know that we'll be there to support exactly like Frank did. It's a cause that resonates with a lot of people. So decent amount of money, and it's almost, I'm sure, the same as Frank. When you talk money and mortgages, it's a necessity, but it's hollow. I mean, that really doesn't, you know, that doesn't fill the gap of what just happened, but we will be there financially.
But the one thing is, when everything quiets down next week, you look around, the bills still come in. It's still reality. And you have a 1-year-old that has immediate needs, and I know there's a GoFundMe page for all the baby needs on top of that. Frank and Dave, you want to chime in? This is a family of police officers.
No, the whole family served. It's incredible. Stephanie's brother, the widow's brother, you just saw him speaking. He choked me up when he was talking about it. He said he's going to live a better life because of the sacrifice that his brother-in-law made. And, you know, I think that's what people have to do when they see somebody that has given their life. To honor them, to do the right thing, let us all live a better and cleaner life and do good for others, and especially for first responders that pay the ultimate sacrifices.
Dave, they always tell us there's no routine traffic stop. And you hear it and you agree with it, but now you really see it. He just walked up on a car that was sitting in the bus lane, thought there was something up to it, and the guy resists, then he's got a gun, and his life is over. It really hits home on how dangerous this job is, more today than ever.
Yeah, and I think that's something a lot of people don't appreciate lately in the political climate and everything that's going on. But, you know, these servicemen, first responders, all of it, you never know. You never know what's going to happen when you leave the door. And you got to appreciate what they're doing because stories like this really drive home. This isn't, you know, anything can happen any day, and the risk they take can't be understated.
especially you don't make $1 million working for the NYPD, or if you're a police officer, you have a calling. Guys, thanks so much. You got 1.5. I'm sure that number's going to go up. I'm sure your numbers will go up for, sadly, we're going to need it again for other police officers and other men and women who serve. To help out, go to t2t.org right now, or go to store.barstool-sports.com to contribute to the Diller family, and it's going to be happening all week long. The funeral is actually going to be on Saturday, and it'll be a 2-day wake beginning this afternoon. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Dave. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, NYPD officer Jonathan Diller was just 31 years old. May he rest in peace.
Okay, so you saw that, right? And Trump is going to attend that funeral for this young man as well. Being married that early in the stage, then to turn around and have a baby on top of that, to be taken out by a career criminal is like probably the ultimate scare, the ultimate worst thing that his wife probably thought about constantly. And before I go too deep into this, because I'm ready to explode on this bull crap, here's some video of what they had to say about President Trump attending the funeral.
President Trump will also be in New York today to attend the wake of NYPD officer Jonathan Diller, who was shot and killed during what they call a routine traffic stop, allegedly by a career criminal, arrested 21 times. Over 1,000 people attended a candlelight vigil in Diller's hometown with heartfelt tributes to the 31-year-old father.
He loved what he did. He was born to be a cop. He was born to be a hero. He died being a hero. He died doing what he loved. Now will forever, forever be a better person because of him.
Now, NYPD Sergeants Benevolent Association president is telling some politicians that they say have not backed the blue to stay away from the funeral. Vincent Valley Long is the SBA president, and joins me now with that message. Good morning to you, Vincent, on this tragic day. Before we get to your message to City Council, this outpouring of support for Jonathan Diller and his family is heartening, and now the former president says he is going to the wake. What does that mean to the NYPD and Jonathan Diller's family?
Jonathan Diller's family deserves every accolade that is presented to them. Whether it be a past president or a sitting president, it means a lot because he gave his life, and we don't expect to do that day in and day out. We come to work, it's like everything is just a regular day for us. And I am just happy to be an individual that represents men and women like that they're heroes. I mean, there's no other way to describe them. Without question.
And that's why the cover of the New York Post, it's your words. It says, this is your fault. Union's message to anti-police politicians. You are not welcome at Hero Cop's funeral. Those are your words and the words of your union. Who are you directing that at, and what do you mean?
It's directed at the City Council, who seems to believe that criminals in today's day and age should be considered to be the victims of crimes, and that the police department and the police officers that come and give their lives day in and day out, they're the ones who are the villains in this story.
What is it like to be a police officer right now in New York City?
You know what? I have a lot of pride in what it is that I do, and I think every other police officer does. It's difficult when you have other people, especially the politicians, that don't feel the same way and are against you, that do nothing but vilify you. I mean, this is about the kids. This is about our children. It's about our families. We send them off to work or off to school every single day, and we expect them to come home. You know, we don't need these politicians to turn the laws against us. And what they're doing is they're kind of like degrading what society is right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the statistics, bail reform was passed in 2019. Since then, crime has gone up by 30%. In City Council, they have those numbers available to them. Why don't they look at that and say, this isn't working, we got to change something here?
Because they have their own agenda. They're not doing the work of the people, which is what they were voted in to do.
Yeah.
You know, they have their own agenda. They don't look at these stats. They think that their way is the right way, and they double down on it.
Yeah.
It's bad policy.
That is Jonathan Diller, and that's his 1-year-old baby right there. There's this picture that's going viral online, and it shows his son wearing a shirt before, obviously, he died, and it says, "My daddy's life matters." And then you think about what happened to him, and it's just even more meaningful, that message. We met this weekend before we knew that this was going to happen, before we knew that this segment was going to take place at the Blue Lives Matter Gala, and you said something that really stuck with me. The NYPD was here before the city council, and we are going to be here after. That's a defiant message, but there's also a lot of anger attached to it.
That's why I wrote that letter. There was a lot of anger. I've seen my children. I have 4. And this is a son that'll never know his dad.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I know. And a wife who will be looking at that child and thinking, I was supposed to raise this beautiful boy with the husband, with the man that I loved,
We
and
will
that
be there
was
for her.
robbed from her. That's exactly right. You will be there for her every step of the way. And I hope that she finds a lot of comfort today with the former president being there and thousands of people being at the wake for her hero husband. It's going to be from 2 to 4 p.m. in Massapequa, Long Island. You will be there, and so will the former president. Thank you so much, Vincent, for joining us this morning to honor Jonathan Diller.
True hero.
Truly deserves it. Absolutely.
News all are showing live recordings of their funeral. If you want to go over there and check it out, they are showing live recordings. Now, here's the thing that ticks me off about this. When you have a rhetoric out there about all the policemen being bad because a few dummies that's on the police officers squad across the whole nation, because a few bad police officers, a few racist police officers, a few discriminative police officers, prejudiced police officers, sexist police officers, they put a rhetoric out there like all police officers are bad, to the extent to where everybody was on this huge kick doing the whole George Floyd thing, where they made it to where the police, them were all the bad guys. Defund the police, defund the police, defund the police. They pushed it out there like police were so bad and criminals were getting off the hook for what they did, that police end up being the target. They ended up being the target. Demolish police. We hate these pigs. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist police got to go. So what I'm saying that for is that it ends up making people who don't have the intelligence to see through the bull crap to go out there and just purposely look for some reason that they want to just do some type of harm to the police. When the George Floyd stuff went down, y'all remember the police officer in Las Vegas got shot in the head? Y'all remember that? They had it out for the police. I showed video on here of police answering a domestic dispute call and the people in the projects throwing chairs and splashing water on them, hitting them in the head with coolers. We got it to where these immigrants, they see this huge rhetoric of what's going on in America, and this is not all America, but the media that these people from these countries watch make it out like, all Americans hate police officers. Ooh, so when we get over there, we can hate police officers too. And that's why they had no respect for our police officers up here in New York, and they beat those 2 police officers up. Why? Because that's the sensationalism and the propaganda that's being pushed through media to do like this towards cops. So I'm with them on here. All the politicians who are anti-police, y'all should just shut up and don't have nothing to say on this right now. Well, it's a great tragedy. Shut up. If you was all about defunding the police and these police officers are blah, 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 shut up. It's crazy. Joe Biden goes to New York not to honor the police officer and this fallen officer who in the line of duty, but to sit there and try to find some way to campaign. Trump shows up there to go show respect to this police officer. Absolutely ludicrous. But guess what? The reason why it's so easy for some of you to fall for this is because you don't have the intelligence to see through the bull crap. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. All police officers are not bad. A few police officers does not spoil the whole bunch, but they would have it out there like they would. Imagine if they flipped it around and did that with us, since we all, when I say us, black people. A few black people do something wrong, do something bad. Y'all would get pissed off if they made it out like that's all of us. And some of y'all go around thinking that it's all of us. Everybody racist against us. Everybody got something against us. If we get pulled over, some of y'all are like that. But is that all of us? Heck no, it's not all of us. But what if they paint a picture like all black folks are thugs, all black men are murderers and killers and deadbeat dads? All of them are. All black women are just twerking baby mamas and want to put all this stuff in their hair, long crazy hair, long fingernails, big eyelashes and all that, BBLs. That's all black women are. They're nothing else but that. How would y'all feel if they labeled us like that? Yeah, exactly. But that's what they pushed a lot of people to do towards the police officers, and that's crazy. Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry to get on like this, but this stuff pisses me off. I had 2 things that happened with a young little kid last night, and then it's right here that's tragic. And I hate even reporting on stuff like this, but it matters, and it's for a reason. Plain and simple. Shout out to Donald Trump for going there to this police officer and Shout out to Portnoy from Barstool for doing this for the family. And from what I heard, I think there was this, what I heard, that they're going to take care of the family mortgage and all this. I do not know if that's true. There's just a bunch of little tags and stuff here that people were saying. I don't know. But prayers go out to this young mother with this young child who's not going to be able to see their heroic father. That's sad. Let me know what y'all think by putting it in the comments below this video. Hit that like button before y'all get out of here. And also make sure you check your cell phones for anybody that's in your contact list who you have not shared this channel with. If you have any type of social media platforms, please DM somebody and encourage them to subscribe to this channel, because you guys are the reason why this channel is growing, all right? Let's hear what y'all have to say on this matter. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.